Jude, England through to a World Cup semi-final. What got you there today?
Character, perseverance. Even when things weren't working, we found a way to win the game again. Whether it's in 90, 120, we'll get everything we've got. You saw that there. Whoever was ready to come on came on and smashed it. So yeah, so proud of this team once again and a World Cup semi-final.
Was it a victory in many senses for the squad, for the depth?
Definitely, it was a victory for everyone. I keep saying it. This is whole country wins. Everyone who's behind us, all the players that are here, staff. Credit to everyone. It's a huge shift by everyone.
You've scored great goals for England, but that tap-in from a couple of yards, does it feel as good as any in its way?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's an important goal. It's put us through to the semi-final. It has to be right up there.
Morgan had the shot. Morgan took that shot.
Yeah. I told him to keep going because I knew he was going to make an impact in the game, and I've scored loads of those kind of goals. To be fair, the keeper had a worldie, but he was unlucky with that one. The way it popped up, and I was just lucky to be there to put it in.
And those players new to this, Elliot Anderson today, Dan Burn, Jed Spence, new to this stage, if you like. How do you sum up what they contributed? Warriors.
Didn't look like they were new to it. All three of them and whoever else came on, just top level. Well, there's one thing to have quality, which all the lads in this group do, but you don't know how much mentality and how much heart they've got until we're in a situation like that, and they've shown themselves.
Thank you. The manager's actually not very happy. He said he was disappointed with the performance. There could have been more in many different ways.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah, I think he obviously believes there could be more from the team.
Yeah, it's difficult out there. It's difficult. It's a tough shift. All the players have put in a very tough shift. So my thoughts and appreciation goes to the players who was out there who put in a great shift yet again.
And look around at these fans. 60 years of hurt. You're on your way to your first World Cup semi-final. Does this feel like the year?
Game by game. Next is Argentina or Switzerland. We approach it with the same mentality as we approached all these games, and we'll see what can happen. Well done. Thank you. Switzerland. We approach it with the same mentality as we approached all these games, and we'll see what can happen. Well done. Thank you very much.
Well, you've talked about your team suffering before. Today, how do you sum up what the team have found?
I didn't talk about suffering. I never talked about suffering. We made life very, very difficult for ourselves today. The result is fantastic. We're in the last four. It's amazing, but I'm not happy with the performance.
In what sense?
In every sense. Because, again, the commitment is there, but we made life very, very difficult for us in the way we played, how we played. Sloppy, a lot of technical mistakes, not fast enough, not repetitive enough. We were lucky today.
Was that the occasion? Getting to the players?
I don't know, it's
mentality thing?
No, nothing. No, it's no mentality.
Well, if you're not happy with the players?
This is pure mentality. How can you ask about mentality now? This is pure mentality. It's not about mentality.
No, I mean when the players had the problem, was that the mentality? What was it?
There's no mentality problem. This is pure mentality. This is pure mentality. You can bottle it up and sell it.
Absolutely.
So why is the problem for mentality? It's the quality of our games. That's it. It has nothing to do with mentality.
And what about in terms of the players who came in then?
Full credit to them, but overall we got lucky today.
And it is about the squad though. You said it would be about the squad.
Yeah, but it's also a bit about quality. We need to play better.
Okay, what about Jude Bellingham and his quality?
Enough said. He does it every single match. World class.
And how do you sum up now what your team need to find if you're not happy today for a semi-final? You are in a World Cup semi-final.
Yeah. We will get better. We need to get better. Now it's celebration, and now it's taking it all in. We have 3 days. We need everything. We need better performance.
Well, enjoy it. Well done.
These are brilliant interviews, straight from the heart. There's nothing media trained about these interviews. That's absolutely brilliant. When you're a player, do you think, I know we didn't play very well, but that's for tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're just celebrating a win.
I think that, he probably was a little bit surprised to hear that because, again, we're dealing with a manager that is very straight, right in your face, says what he says. We're not used to hearing that. We're not used to hearing that as England fans and England players. But, again, a player like Jude, we know what he's about. He's given everything, and he's thinking that, you know, the manager said something like that. He doesn't appreciate maybe what they've given.
I love both interviews.
Yeah,
Honestly, I thought Thomas Tuchel's was fantastic. I think Jude Bellingham's response is absolutely brilliant.
And they're emotional. Straight after the game, the timing for the interviews, listen, I'm sure it'll settle down the next few hours, but the manager's being honest and the players being honest.
I'm not sure people are now trying to put and light a fire under that now.
No. I think they will know. I think people at home will anticipate that Argentina will win, let's be honest, and they'll be going, right, if England are to beat Argentina, they'll need to play, I don't know, 20, 30, 40% better.
But maybe they haven't. I'm a bit worried. We keep saying about England, they've got to play better, they can do better. Maybe they can't. Maybe this is the best England can do. And when you're doing that, but you're getting over the line, then you deserve credit for that. But I'm not sure they can get much better than this. Because we keep saying that the few games we could pick holes in them, but what we do say is they've got a couple of world-class players who keep getting them out of trouble. And maybe that would be enough for them. Who knows? Maybe there's not many.
So you wouldn't worry about necessarily feeling we have to play better?
Well, I think they do if they're going to play Argentina, maybe France or Spain. I do think they have to play better to beat them. But why are we suggesting they can get better? Maybe this is the best of England.
There's no way we can.
I don't know.
I know it's against Norway.
How many times have we said that?
I know, Roy, but I think that we've got players who can perform better than that, and that's what I think Thomas Tuchel is trying to say there, Gary. He knows what they're capable of. Yeah.
I know what he's saying, but can it happen if you know what I mean?
We've not looked at collective unit, to be fair, during the whole tournament from a point of view of sort of like knitting combinations together and rhythm of passing and possession. What we have looked like, we've got an exceptional individual or two in Bellingham and Kane. And by the way, what you've just seen there in those two interviews are massive egos. You only get that when you've got world-class players and world-class managers, because you need to be exceptional to do what those two have just done. It's brilliant that England have got those two.
And to challenge each other. You need the players to challenge the players to challenge the manager, and the manager to come back at the players. I think that's good. I think that bit of tension's good for the camp.
Does it remind you of anyone?
But in all seriousness, that's how you got better. You played in a great team. Is that how you get better? That you might sit there after a game at Old Trafford, you won 2-1, I don't know, against Leicester, with respect to Leicester, and you go, that wasn't good enough. We need to be better than that. Good players, is that what happens?
Yeah, the good players, the good dressing rooms know that anyway.
Yeah.
You will know that you have to enjoy the victories. Of course, in England will enjoy it, and the players deserve huge credit. But when the manager's getting that message across to you, the players will know that. And I think Jude just after the game, he's a bit spiky after the game, but he'll understand what the manager's
It does get you going, to be honest, Gal. Sorry, Gal. I remember George Graham, even when we've won, he'd come in and he would just hammer everyone. He'd hammer everyone, but the next game you do better.
Mark, as a player with England in 5 tournaments, I never saw that type of angst other than Terry Venables and Paul Ince. I mentioned it to you the other day about 2 massive characters, and they both went for each other, I think, at the half-time in a game in the quarter-final of the European Championships. I never saw that after that. We never had a manager who challenged the players, and we never had players who challenged the manager. It was always a bit nicey-nicey. What we've just seen there is very good for England.
Yep, and what we've seen the last 3 World Cups, a semi-final, a quarter-final, now a semi-final. And respectfully for your teams, that didn't happen, that level of consistency. No. Hey, no one's being naive. There is one more massive step to go.
Yes.
Right, let's take a break. I don't think you're going to be able to go to sleep, to be honest with you, because the adrenaline will be pumping with you as well. Argentina, Switzerland is on the way. He enjoyed it. I think he enjoyed it underneath it all. 2 great warriors, 2 friends there. Oof. What an evening. Wonderwall, hey Jude, England are into their 4th Men's World Cup semi-final. Semi-final. Dusk here over the East River, looking towards Lower Manhattan from our Brooklyn studio. England awaiting Argentina, Switzerland, which will be very soon with Laura Woods and the team. France against Spain in the other semi. Let's head back to Miami. We'll get the thoughts of Karen Carney and Semra Hunt. Thank you, Semra. Yes, it'll be a very good night in Miami, I'm sure, for all the England fans. And yes, if only Soloth had played Haaland in, but that's not England's problem. Let's have a look at the winning goal. And Bukayo Saka picking it up on the right-hand side. And actually looked bright, didn't he, Saka, when he came on in?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Worries maybe about his fitness.
Because we needed that. We needed a little bit of better service from the right-hand side. Unfortunately, didn't happen for Noni. But like, again, you know, once this shot comes in, if you just watch Jude's movement here, he goes left then inside on the right there, and that's just magnificent. That's just.
You'd be proud of that movement, wouldn't you, as a striker?
He actually said, you know, he was lucky to be in that position, but he's told Morgan Rogers to make sure you get your shot in. But look at him. That's not luck. That's him.
That's not luck.
That's it.
But it's worth gambling here because the rewards are a goal.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that other players don't do it. Maybe there's a bit of laziness. Maybe there's not awareness. But his reactions from the strike, because you are thinking, most everyone's thinking, the goalkeeper's got it. That's the problem, particularly for the defenders. But like Gary's mentioned, when you're being coached as a young kid, you're told constantly, follow the ball back
and the
in.
same with them goalkeepers. Them goalkeepers are told at this level, if you drop that, someone's scoring.
It's that little double movement that's always going to do a defender in those moments whereby you've not got a lot of time to react, where he just goes there and then he just cuts across him. And I'm done. I'm definitely done there. He's done me, because I'm following that run that he's first made. All of a sudden he's gone there. Absolutely exceptional movement.
You've got to believe he does that a lot of times, but of course a lot of times the goalkeeper saves it and it's not even mentioned. So it's right, you've got to gamble.
And there might have been once early in your career where you didn't follow it in and the goalkeeper did spill it, and then you say to yourself, I'm going to follow it in every single time now, because the time I don't is when he spills it.
Yeah, I can't remember many times.
Maybe when you were 12.
But the thing is, it's the reason why you do follow it in, because you've been told. It's that one time you don't follow it in is the one time the goalie spills it.
Didn't at Old Trafford though, did you?
Well, I didn't. Shut your mouth, girl.
Let's have a look at the equaliser, and I know it's very early in the morning back home, but please don't fall for the conspiracy theory that the ball hit the zip wire, because it didn't. FIFA have told us it didn't. FIFA have used something called connected ball technology. I'm really reading this out, aren't I? And there was no sensor triggered. So apparently they were really unhappy, the Norwegians, and said that it did hit the wire. If you actually follow the trajectory of the ball there, you can see it doesn't change.
I would believe the Norwegians over FIFA personally.
They were very unhappy, but they say there was no trigger, and look, you can see in England. And obviously they did check that immediately. It's a beautiful weighted pass from Anthony Gordon.
Oh, fabulous.
Yes.
Very simple, very effective. He had a pace of pass, and again, his first touch sets him up, takes it away from the defenders. And you're looking at the defenders, you're still thinking, they're going to get him, but he's in control of the situation. We're talking about timing, biding your time. He appreciates, obviously, he's not putting bombing in the box, he's just waiting. And it's that first touch, and then the acceleration, and then the finish with his left foot.
Just
and again,
over
the keeper hasn't played much. Again,
over the keeper's leg.
Yeah.
You can get into the box too soon on that situation.
Yeah, of course, but that goes back to the timing. A lot of players maybe get in there too early and you're easy to mark. So he's got that. He's obviously in a good place. His confidence is sky high. So when even it comes to him, he's thinking, I'm getting a shot away here, and nobody's going to stop him.
The quality of Gordon's pass into his right pace, as his touch takes him away, and obviously the defender doesn't want to touch him. The defender doesn't want to touch him.
The good thing, but when the pace of the pass is as fast that it's almost easier to control.
Yeah.
When it's a bit slow and you're waiting, obviously. The good thing, but when the pace of the pass is as fast that it's almost easier to control.
Yeah.
When it's a bit slow and you're waiting, obviously players are going to get you. But when it's zipped in like that, it's almost easier to control it.
And he knows before he gets to it what he's going to do.
Yeah, of course.
When it comes in at that pace.
He knows exactly what to do. Unfortunately, the defenders didn't have a clue what they were doing.
Absolutely. Okay, we'll take a break. When we come back, we will hear from Harry Kane before we switch our attention to the game between Argentina and Switzerland. Jude Bellingham this time leading England to a World Cup semi-final. They must have been so hot in that Lions outfit on a muggy day in Miami, but they really wouldn't have minded. Elation for the England fans in Miami, and of course back home. Disappointment for Norway as England reached the semi-finals with a very hard-fought 2-1 win. Let's hear from Harry Kane then. Here he is with Gabriel.
Well, after the altitude in the Azteca, the comeback against Congo, where do you place today?
Yeah, just another story. Tough game, hot, really brutal, almost more difficult than Mexico, to be honest, with the heat and the humidity. But again, we found a way. It wasn't our prettiest performance. We know that. We know. I said before yesterday in the press conference, there's another level we can reach. Still feel like we didn't quite reach it as a team, but again, we got match winners. We got Jude, who was the game changer again today, and the boys at the back defending, Pickers. Everyone just put in an amazing shift. This man now next to me as well. So
Elliot Anderson.
Yeah, amazing shift from him, and everyone involved just put the hard work in. And the most important ingredient as a team is that togetherness, that desire, that determination, and we showed that in abundance again today.
Would it surprise you to know the manager wasn't happy with the performance? Has he told you that?
Yeah, he just said there in the change room, obviously, wow, massive congratulations, and we should enjoy it and celebrate. He still feels like there's a part of him that knows we can do better. which in a way is a good thing. If we're in a semi-final of a World Cup, knowing we can still improve, still find another level, then we've got to take that as a positive. Like I just touched on there, we have the most important ingredients as a team. We showed that again today. If we can just start ticking a little bit better with the ball, with possession, then we've got a couple of big games ahead.
You're going big into the squad, aren't you? What about Jude Spence, Reece James, Dan Burn, those guys coming in again?
Yeah, we spoke at the start 6 weeks ago when we met up about, we're going to need everyone, and I know sometimes throughout the tournament it doesn't always feel like that. The guys who don't always get the starting places can be disappointed, and of course they have that right, but whenever people come onto the pitch, they give their all for their shirt, they give their all for the badge, and you saw that again today. The guys who come on made a real difference. Jed in particular was outstanding when he come on. I thought the energy he brought, the 1v1 duels, really helped change the game for us, and that's what we need. It's a quick turnaround now. We play again on Wednesday. The match is going to be even more difficult against Argentina or Switzerland. We're going to need everyone this week as much as possible.
Well done, Harry.
Cheers, thank you.
Well done.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
Our semi-final is on Tuesday. It's France against Spain on air 7 o'clock on ITV1. That's in Dallas. The significant thing about the England game is it's back in Atlanta where they played DR Congo. So it's inside, it's indoors, going to be 22 degrees.
Yeah.
Because England, they said it there. Norway did as well. They suffered, all the players suffered with that humidity and that heat today, quite clearly, didn't they?
Yes, they did. You can see, especially Harry, it must have really affected him because it's one of the poorest games I've seen him have for a while for us. But again, hopefully when we play on Wednesday, he'll be back to his best again. But again, that was an attritional game for us in the end. Made it a lot more difficult than it should have been for us. But in the end, we had our main guy, for me at the moment, come through.
But when the conditions are so difficult, let's remind the players that that's when you don't get sloppy. You don't give the ball away cheaply. You're up against it as it is. And we saw the momentum change into where Stones got sloppy a little bit at the back. I think that's where the manager will be frustrated. Obviously, you're going to have spells in the game. You have to hang in there. But don't be encouraging the opposition by being sloppy.
Rest, recuperate. That's the order of the day. Probably, certainly tomorrow. Maybe have to be on Monday as well, given how tough that game was.
Yeah, and hope that Argentina, Switzerland goes to extra time. Hope that they have to put a lot of effort into this game next. But it's mouth-watering. I know we can't be disrespectful to Switzerland, but the idea of England, Argentina in a semi-final, Messi, Bellingham, Kane, all that on the pitch is incredible.
That
is quite disrespectful.
Yeah, but the England group the England players must be feeling great because we're talking about that feeling, whatever about cars, women and drugs. When you're winning games of football, what's it like? The dressing room is the best feeling ever. So England should be in a good place. They have to do better. But when you're winning games of football, it's absolutely fantastic.
What were those first three you said? That's never been to my life.
Not yet. There's time yet, Gary.
There's time, Gary. But is he intimidated by Messi and Alvarez, and Romero and McAllister at the moment?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. No. You respect all the opposition, and obviously Argentina have proven winners, and they got the X factor with some of their players, particularly Messi. But England have got some star players.
Yes.
France, Spain are probably the two best teams in the competition on this side of the draw. Then you've got two teams on this side who are scrapping every single game for their lives and getting through. It's intriguing what's going to happen.
And Argentina have scrapped as well. I mean that as a compliment. Have scrapped as well as anybody, haven't they?
They have. And when it comes, if that's the game,
Egypt.
if that's the game you have to play with them, then that's. I think that we've got the capability of actually going toe to toe with them. But they have got Messi, just like we've got Bellingham.
And we praise Argentina for being street fighters. Listen, England are for that fight. You have to give them credit for that.
Absolutely.
I think we all need a lie down, don't we? That was
exhausting.
It was. I don't know what it was like ever playing those games, you lot, but just to watch them, absolutely exhausting. Thank you very much indeed. That is terrific. If you are still with us, thank you very much for staying up so long. And I know that you will want to know who England are going to play in Wednesday's semi-final, and that is coming right up in a few moments' time. Lionel Messi's Argentina taking on Switzerland, and that one is in Kansas City. And just a reminder, then we'll bring you the first semi-final, France against Spain, this Tuesday. Join us at 7 o'clock on ITV1 for that. So England into their fourth men's semi-final. Time now to rest tired limbs and recuperate for Wednesday. Thank you for your company. Bye-bye.
Не забывай, мы потерянный рай, что в тебе таится малая. Но не забирай, пока небо сохраняет.